Hi everybody, this is Alex from Workbook, and I'm really excited to be able to show you around our new user interface of HTML5 version 9. It's really gorgeous and simple to use, and I think that a lot of your employees will agree. First, I have this amazing timeline that we have set up for you, just so you can see where we've come and what we have set up for the future for deliverables. Right now, basic users have everything they really need in order to go into the system and log their hours and begin working and logging their time. And at the end of March, we'll have everything for your project managers to be able to schedule out those creatives and again, have all the tools that they need to have everything at their fingertips. So with that, I'll go ahead and jump on into the system. The great thing about HTML5 is that you can use it on any browser as well as tablets or desktop computers, so it's giving you a lot of flexibility. Here we have our Conversations and Notifications tab, which is now called the Inbox. And this is where we're going to have that internal and external conversations on tasks and jobs and things of that nature, really collaborating and keeping everything within Workbook so your external emails aren't being bogged down. I can look at media that has been sent to me. I can go ahead and type out some conversations here if I'd like to. And of course, I can use the @ symbol to bring in people into this conversation. I can use our paperclip to attach items, as well as a voicemail memo and a hyperlink. And of course, I can log hours to this task as well using the functionality below here. We also have the ability to have notifications popping up within version 9 that we can follow up on. One of my favorites is incomplete time entry. This is, of course, telling you which days that you have not been logging your minimum amount of hours towards, and you can just quickly click in here and add the hours as necessary, as well as a description, really saving you a lot of time in the long run so you're not clicking around to a variety of different places. So next up, we have the Jobs tab, and this is where you're going to look at all the jobs that you would like to. Now you'll notice that on the right-hand side is now where we have our filters. So instead of on the left, it's on the right, and we're able to highlight whatever jobs we would like using our quotation in process, etc., color coordination here, and we can also filter by a variety of different dimensions. Once I am on a highlighted job, I can access a few other bits of information about it. Instead of using the top tabs in version 8, these have been moved to the left-hand side. So we have our briefing, which we can review and edit as necessary. I can click in and edit the briefing as such, or I can upload a new briefing using this button right here. And I can also download the briefing directly from Workbook if I'd like to perhaps send that out via email to a client. We can also access the chat button here to look at all of the different conversations that have been saved underneath this job. And the tasks is where we're going to look at our schedule. It has a beautiful Gantt chart for us to review. I can drag and drop these items as necessary. But a really cool feature is being able to tack on the resource list right here. I can drag and drop individual resources onto each of my tasks, which is going to assign them. So that's really cool, something that we're excited for you guys to begin using within the system. The Price tab is very, very reflective of version 8. It has all the different tabs just with our new look and feel. So we have our phases and the activity lines underneath each phase. And once everything is set up the way you would like, in the header is where you're going to generate that price quote. Here is our new print layout button with the little printer. And this is where you're going to set up showing or hiding your activities. And once this is, again, set up with your look and feel the way you'd like, our reports button is now on the right-hand corner. So when we click it, I can choose which report I would like to do, and I can choose to either generate a PDF or mail it out directly from my browser within Workbook. Same thing goes for purchase order. and Invoice. These have basically the same functionality as in version 8, but just with a more beautiful look and feel. Our costs here are going to tally up the actuals versus the price approved, so you're able to look at all the purchases and hours that have been logged towards this job. And we can also look at the Documents tab here, which is going to have all of the documents that have been associated with this job stored. I can go ahead and preview this document, or I can also download it directly from Workbook. The tasks here have been updated a little bit, which again, I think your basic users will absolutely love. We have the ability to look at just a list of everything as in version 8, but we've added a great functionality in version 9, which is the Kanban. This lets you drag and drop specific tasks into different buckets, and you have a look at the due date and the hours used versus booked here. I can right-click on a task and mark it as done, or create a time entry, or start or stop a timer for the task. And clicking on the task itself is giving me a bit more information and insight into it. I can look at the briefing, do a conversation on it. I can look at the documents, just basically getting more granular and looking at those items, looking at those things as necessary so I know what to do for this task. In order to mark a task as done, I can also look at the task details and I can mark my work as completed, or I can do a time registration, which is going to auto-populate into my timesheet. And my timesheet is now over here, and I'm able to look at my weekly view, and I can click in and change things as necessary. Or I can go ahead and do a daily view as well if some of your users prefer looking at your hours on a daily view. We've added this new functionality in version 9 underneath this little light bulb, basically giving you the option to have Workbook smartly guess what actions you did take in order for you to log your hours towards. So if you're having a little bit of a tough time remembering what you necessarily did last week, this is Workbook saying, well, maybe you should add some hours to that task as well. Really nice, helpful feature there. And of course, underneath the hamburger menu, we always have the option to add an absence entry, as well as mileage and expense, etc. And these would, of course, be sent to your approver to approve for you if that is set up within your system. So as a bit of a preview, I'd like to go ahead and show you the scheduling tab. And of course, this is going to be released fairly soon for your project managers, but we're able to look at our weekly schedule at this level to see the full capacity of all of your individuals and your company as a whole. There's also a calendar view, which is where you can drag and drop your different to-do items on as necessary. And again, this functionality of the scheduling module in whole will be available very shortly for your project managers to use. So with that, I would love to invite you guys, whomever has some really great feedback or ideas on version 9 and how we can move forward, please send an email to support@workbook.net. We're always looking for great ideas. So thank you and have a great day.